Hello, everyone. Welcome to a Random Gamers Corner, the season finale of Season 3. Thank God. But just welcome, and hope you all been doing well. Hope you've been behaving, or whatever. Who cares? I don't care about the behaving part. Just have fun. But we are here, all three of us. Of course, you got me, Alejandro. Then you got my co-host, Nathan,
Hello.
and Mason.
Hello.
As you can tell, we're all sounding somewhat crystal clear as I'm recording. As you may remember, I'm recording from a controller, so very different experience, of course. So hopefully you all can hear us very well and enjoy our banter as how much we missed it so much. Now, well, you may be wondering, what is the topic for season finale? Well, it's the same one from every season, actually. If you're new here, why are you listening to the season finale? Just start with the season 3. Or actually, no, because I've been by myself. So you will not enjoy just hearing me talk by myself. You gotta hear all of us. So find all the episodes where all three of us are talking and have guests, because that's where we truly shine. But anyways, um, yeah, let's begin. Yeah, blah blah blah. Let's just say like this. Our main topic is just us talking about our top games from 2024. We have a late list, but hey, better late than never, you know.
Oh yeah.
So, who wants to go first?
I can go first if you guys don't mind.
I did not mind
Hell yeah.
whatsoever.
All right. Do you want me to go through all of them like you know,
How
in one
about
go?
we do like each of us do one and one?
All right. I'm gonna start from the bottom. Now we're here. Okay.
All right.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start at my lowest ranked. My lowest ranked game. But again, top five. So they're great. Just of the five, this was probably the least impressive of the experiences, right?
Yeah.
Um, so I want to read. I wrote down a little bit. I want to read what I wrote, and then I'll kind of go into a little bit more regarding it. Uh, so my number five game is going to be Subnautica. That game is so pretty. I only played it once, but I love it. I said I know if I gave it more time, I would binge it, and I plan on doing like I really want to stream the game. Um, it kind of like I really like what do you call it, like exploring in games and stuff like that, and especially because it's so beautiful, like the environment and everything. And I like ocean stuff. I've always been big into like ocean stuff. There was actually a game called like Endless Ocean Blue World, something like that, and you were just a scuba diver or a cuba diver if you've ever listened to Ralphie May in his stand up. But yeah, you're a scuba diver. It just takes me back to that. I don't know. It's fun. Um, but also, in addition to it being fun and beautiful, it's also kind of it's like it's suspenseful because you don't know. I don't know. Every time I'd see like a bigger fish, I'd go into a new area. I'd be like, "What the heck?" And I'd be like afraid to interact with it. But yeah, Subnautica out of 10. If we're gonna do like rankings out of 10, I gave it a an 8.2, which is funny because having just looked at the other games, that's actually the second lowest. I fucked up.
Oh
That's
no.
okay though. Classic me. Um, but that's all right. I'll get to the next one after we all go through next round. So I'm doing it 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. That's what I'm doing, I guess.
All right. I'm down with that.
But yeah, yeah, absolutely. Subnautica 8.2 out of 10, I would say.
Sick. All right, Mason, what's your number 5?
uh, Begrudgingly, it is Dragon Age Guard. That's because I've played probably only 5 new games in last year.
Oh
So
shit.
unfortunately, it did have to be on a top 5 list somewhere.
Do you're afraid to? Oh fuck! I forgot to put that rule in there. Ugh. Forgot to put that rule in there that you could choose a game that's also like something you play for the first time this year. Doesn't have to be.
Yeah, I didn't. I, it was last year, and I don't remember what I played. So this is
Ah,
just on the list.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Uh,
Okay, go on.
and I
Sorry.
remember I ranked it a 4 out of 10, and the more I have thought about the game after it, I've actually decided to lower it to a 2 out of 10.
Oh
This
shit.
game is not fucking good. This game is rough. So the most I can give it is that it looks good. It's got characters that are cool, but the further you go on the game, the more you hate those characters because they did not write those characters well in the slightest. Um, and like I said, while it's visually appealing, it just felt like it was dragging on for far, far, far too long. Like it felt like it could have ended several chapters before they did, and they just kept on going with it. Uh, it got way too repetitive. It's too stale, just too boring. It can be enjoyable at the first, but as soon as you get to like the halfway point, you're like, all right, I just want to wrap this game up just so I can be done with it. You know,
Right.
Dragon, and I love Dragon Age, I really, really do. But man, because I like to like play games where I like make a character and then like do like a different like build or a different like fighting style or something. After I was done with this game, I didn't want to go back to it.
Damn.
Ever again. It's rough.
Uh,
So yeah, 2 out of 10 Dragon Age Builder.
Sorry to hear that.
I gotta ask, was there like at least one favorite character or none at all?
Oh man. Uh, God, none of them are memorable.
Oh, not even Varric?
Uh, have you? This is a spoiler, I guess.
Oh, maybe.
Have you played it, or are you planning on playing it?
I plan on playing it, and I
Okay.
know about the spoiler because I accidentally got spoiled. But then it's like maybe, oh wow, I really want to play this game anymore? So I guess I don't know. Tell the listeners to skip 30 seconds from this.
Yeah, skip 30 seconds. From this point, now the only character I like is Barrick, and that's because he fucking dies.
Fuck, you're kidding me.
It's one of those things where he's dead the whole fucking game.
What?
It's like, well, fuck me.
What a terrible decision. Who the
Yeah.
okay.
That's great.
I didn't even like my character at the end of the game. It's like this is
Yeah. Okay, we're past the 30 seconds. Yeah, that's wow. My next question would be how would you describe the main protagonist? Like, would you call him like an idiot or somewhat smart, or they're a mix of some people? Like what?
obviously it's like it's a choose your own adventure type shit where like you pick like how he acts and shit, but it's just like you have the overly nice choice, the medium choice, and then the choice that makes you look like an asshole. But even if you choose the choice that makes you look like an asshole, it's like you still say it nicely, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like nothing you say matters because it's like after you say that thing, there's no consequences to what you just said.
Wow.
No one's going to think differently of you. There's not going to be any callback to your choices. It's just them.
Fair.
And it's just like even if you want your character to look cool or act a certain way, you just I don't know. You just feel soft.
God, that makes me sad. That's what I heard, and I was like, that was my worst fear. Like, oh, the character is just like not that great overall, or it's just like nothing is like riveting as it once was. Like, and I gotta say that it was expected that at some point, with all the waiting we've done for all the years, that with all the different team members changing or leaving, that we weren't gonna get the same magical game we once knew. So I was afraid of that, but at the same time, it's like, shoot, it was something to be
It feels
expected.
like it feels like the characters are like what is it, like PC culture type shit, where they're afraid to do something that offends somebody somewhere, at some age or some shit, and then the characters all written. It pisses me off. especially when you got something like Baldur's Gate where the characters are all incredible. It's just, and one of the things I like, because obviously I'm still playing through the first Dragon Age, and I haven't gone back to that in a while, but I should.
Yeah.
Is the game? It came out and it's fucking like it's bloody, it's gruesome. The monsters are cool as shit looking, and then this is just like they took away the blood, the gore. They took away everything that makes Dragon Age cool.
So they took the dark out of the dark fantasy.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Oh well, what can you do?
Try and hope for a better game later.
I doubt it, dude. From the sound of it, it sounds like the IP might be in danger of just being shelved.
Which is sad too, because I feel like a lot of times it's like the fault of the people poorly execute the game, and they're like, "What the fuck?" when they get like a bad reception, but it's their own fault, you know. But oh well.
Then I feel like it's also like the CEOs who made the decisions like, oh, we do not want this to be the focus on the game. We need this to be the more focus, so on and so forth. Like, I'm still not over the fact that only 3 decisions is what carries over into the game itself. And even then, those decisions didn't sound like they were that important. So,
I'm looking at, and obviously this is on Reddit, so take it as it is.
right.
Something about like this game was so fucking bad it like dropped EA shares by 17% or some shit.
Oh wow. If that's true, wow.
I wanted to play with them.
I don't know, man. Makes me sad, makes me a bit depressed. Like it got to this point. Like I know we're not supposed to be doing like what's it called? Like how the Dragon Age fell off, but damn, just damn. I just had to ask about your experience with it, and I'm glad we finally got to talk about it. But man, I'm still sad.
Oh, yeah, this is saying friggin' it didn't sell well. It missed its sale target by 50%. Only like 1.5 million players versus the projected 3 million that they expected to buy the game.
Wow.
Rough.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, and like it's cool that some people are happy with this game somehow. I mean, like I'm not gonna kind of like judge them for it, but it's like I'm glad that you enjoyed this game, but I feel like you deserve better than what we got with this entry from what I keep hearing. Like, I'll give it a shot. Why not? Because just for like one last hurrah for Dragon Age, but after that, like I can't really make myself want to like look forward to another Dragon Age entry. Like for me, Origins will always be that motherfucking entry to like have the most fun in, you know? So
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Was there anything else you want to say about that entry before we move on to my number 5?
I don't want to ever go back to that game again. I don't want to say another word about it.
Oh darn! I was about to convince you. All right, that's okay. All right, for my number 5, it'll be Final Fantasy 1. Played Pixel Remaster for the first time, and I love the collection. But first off, I didn't get the other entries. I was too impatient, so I just bought the first entry by itself. But yeah, now I plan to get all the rest of the games in one bundle. But oh man, Final Fantasy 1, that what a game. That it was fun to finally play the first entry of the series that I slowly started getting more into from the past couple of years, and just to see like where this is where this reference is made. Like this character was or these things you now know about the Final Fantasy series like started here. Oh, this wasn't in this entry. Like it was just like all interesting to like experience for the first time, especially when now with the especially since I played Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise, which is like a bit of a which is a prequel. So I think that's what made me so excited to play Final Fantasy 1. And the music was good. Though I had to adjust the settings to make it sound like the old school because I was like, I'm not feeling the modern version of it because the original version of some video game music, oh, it's a better version. The
Yeah.
graphics are sharper, but the fonts, oh man, I feel like they could have worked better on the fonts. I'll say that it does look a bit ugly. It's like how if you never played Octopath Traveler, I love the style of the game, but some styles of the fonts and such do not mix well with what's already set. It's that's one of my minor complaints, but either way, I enjoyed the hell out of Final Fantasy One. Very fun adventure. I had fun having my characters, which was pretty much like myself, Nathan, Mason, and my wife. Just kicking chaos and all the villains' asses around. And yeah, I just had a lot of fun. Even if my team's build-up was unorthodox, because I had a red mage, a warrior, a thief, and a monk. So someone out there is like wondering like how the hell did that go? Pretty fun. I had a really good fun. Really had a good time with it. But I noticed that yeah, it's not a red mage was not a good idea to replace a white mage or a black mage because I was cutting myself off from some actual proper spells for late game content. But besides that, it was a great game. It was very cute, really fun, and Jesus, whoever's complaining about time travel, I mean, I guess it's a minor spoiler, but not that major considering all the other entries. But
And how old is this game?
fucking older than us, that's for sure. um, but yeah, time travel is a thing in this game. So for anyone that's complaining about time travel and the Final Fantasy entries lately, don't worry about it because that's been a thing since the beginning. Oh my gosh, the different styles of the culture they put into this game with the, I guess, in quotes, limitations of dialogue from villagers and stuff like that. Like, it's still such a rich world you can get into, and I love this game. So, Final Fantasy One is my number five entry of top five games.
I just looked it up. It came out December 18th, 1987.
19,
The first Final Fantasy game.
10 years before I was born. Wow.
Ain't that something?
Ain't that a kick in the head?
All right, guys, you ready for my real number 5?
Yes.
Hell yeah, baby.
All right, it was Kingdom Come Deliverance, the first one.
Ooh. Okay.
Which I'm not saying it was bad. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Right? Let me tell you guys, I don't know if you guys have seen my video
Oh,
about
I
Kingdom
did.
Come Deliverance. I cannot begin to tell you. You might have it in your head. Oh, that was a disaster. What a silly, silly little video. It was worse than you realize because there were times that I died that nobody saw. Right? And
No
there
way.
was also
Yes, you don't want you to know.
yeah, so like the first time I started that game, first off, I didn't know you could fucking just die when you start hardcore mode. You just die. You just don't make it. It like simulates you making it. You just die. That was funny. But yeah, like my recording started messing up. My screen went black. The enemies kept starting in inconsistent spots as I'm trying to run away, and it took forever to. Okay, so I'm sitting there loading for like I don't know what was going on, dude. My computer was just not happy. But I would be loading for like I don't know a minute and a half, and that adds up when you die like 13 times. You know what I mean? And so then a guy would like spawn in, killing me. So I'd have like 40 seconds of playtime, then die. But eventually I got it figured out. I'm like, okay, I got this. I just got to run real fast, you know, and I got to hope I'm facing the right way in that. Because, yeah, that would happen too. Sometimes they'd be behind me. Sometimes they'd be in front. But sometimes I would be out of place. It was just weird, man. And there's this one part You couldn't see it in the video, but I included the audio because it was just fucking ridiculous. I don't get mad at games very often. Like, I get a little frustrated, like a little like, oh, in a goofy way. I actually got pissed because I went to find a horse. There's always like a horse around the corner, and the fucking horse wasn't there. It was just people, and they killed me, and I'm trying to run away. And yeah, I had to. I got so heated with this fucking game. I had to take a break. I had to go to bed and wake up and finish it in the morning because I was like, I can't end this video without getting out of the tutorial town. I need to leave, Um, and yeah, it was crazy. But like, I don't know what else. There was like something else I wanted to mention about it, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, and then trying to like ride my horse to escape. I didn't know that you could fucking sprint on the horse. So I was just sitting there trotting along. Yeah, it was just a disaster. Having said that, it was so much fun. It was so much wacky shit that happened. Like, I remember I spanked the horse. As you do, you see a horse, you smack it on the ass, make it move. They fucking sent me to jail because, animal cruelty. Because they were, yeah, it was just a wild experience. But it was so much fun though. Like, as I was like editing it, and I just remember laughing at the absurdity of everything, and yeah, and also, like, honestly, my favorite part of the whole game is when I give the nails to the girl, and mid conversation with her, my dad's like, "Henry, did you get those nails?" Like, just in the back. There's just some random bits. Like, the game's fucking funny, you know. But yeah, it was very close with Subnautica. In fact, nah, fuck it, it's staying at number 5. But I almost moved it up to 4 just now. Would have made sense, but nah, it was a good game. That's my number 4. That's my number 5. I'm sorry.
I even tried it myself not too long ago. That game kicked my whole ass. It feels like the combat is cool, but it would be better on mouse and keyboard instead of controller.
Right.
Yeah, I think so. But I think too, like, part of the appeal of it is like it's slowed down. It's more like it's actual, like, I don't want to say like, oh, it's actual sword fight, but as far as like video games go, this is probably the closest you can get to actual sword fighting, like, in a video game. With controller, with the keyboard and mouse. It's just, yeah, it's slow. It's a mess, and I don't know how to fight with a sword. So obviously, I was at a huge disadvantage. And yeah, so yeah, it is a messed up game.
Did playing it make you want to play the first one or the second one now?
To be honest with you, yes and no. I think I'd like to play it, but part of me feels like it's just not made for me. I don't care enough about. I feel like my personality, as you guys may be aware, when I play games, is like, let's brute force my way through this shit, because I'm impatient. Seeing my Fallout videos all the time, when I encounter an obstacle, I don't do the sensible thing and come back later. Very often, anyway. Sometimes I do, but more often than not, it's like, okay, let's try this for an hour, and then
I mean,
and I
you
just
are a warlord.
Yeah.
I just feel like it just won't, like, doesn't translate well. I feel like that game wants to stifle my my creative abilities and my headstrong determination. But yeah, I think
Thank you.
that's what I'm saying.
Hey, no more singing. You're gonna get in trouble.
But I would play it, but I'm not like in a rush to play it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, that's all I got to say about the Kingdom Come Deliverance experience.
The kingdom indeed come.
It put
What?
I'm trying to let me think of something. It put the die in Kingdom Come Deliverance. I put the die in Kingdom Come Deliverance. I just might be the fucking worst player of Kingdom Come Deliverance who ever played it.
Didn't you die before the game started?
That's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember
went to
that.
start it. It's like you are dead. I was like, what?
I'm like, holy shit, this game really is hard.
It was something.
Like you die like childbirth. I'm like, holy shit, that's a tough ass game.
Yeah.
All right, Mason. Oh wait, Nathan, you're all good.
Yep. I'm all good.
All right. Mason, what is your thing?
Sorry.
Real.
Let's see. Looks like the number 4 was Marvel Rivals. I guess that came out last year. Looks like I ranked it a 6 out of 10, which I think I would keep that ranking now. It's just what can I say? Uh, it's just one. What's that game style called? Like the game type,
Uh, not like a hero shooter. Oh, maybe it is a hero shooter.
something like that. It's one of those games where you're either incredibly pissed off at how the games are going, or you're having the time of your life. You know,
Right.
and I don't play it, heavily. I usually just play it with you two lads. But I like it a lot more when they add a character I actually really, really like. Right now, being cringe and I'm meeting the fuck out of enemies. That's just my go-to now. It's just not what you say. It's crazy that I like one of these games more than a Dragon Age game. That's all I'm gonna say.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's some perspective right there. Wow.
That is a way to think of it.
And most of the time, the rage inducing is just because I suck at competitive games. That's about it.
Got ya. All right. Yeah, it looks like we're good to talk about number 4.
Hell yeah.
All right. So Mason might get a little hyped, but my number 4 is Ghost of Tsushima.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah, because
I'll take it.
thinking back on all the times Mason would try to convince me to get it, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, I don't have a PS4 at the time, and then I played the shit out of that last year, and even platinumed it, and oh my gosh, man, what a game, what a freaking story, what combat, what a fucking cinematic experience for a video game, like. Man, it's just one of those games that reminds you, oh yeah, gaming is badass. Wait, the way, uh, just the way the game presents itself, like, and the way it presents its features, the side quests, the story, the characters, everything, like, such a great time. I love this game. Fuck. Like, ah, like, hell, I'm so excited to play Ghost of Yoti just because of how amazing this game, this entry was. And I'm just thinking, like, oh my gosh, Sucker Punch, you freaking struck more than gold. You struck diamond. You struck everything that you could have ever wanted to strike when making a game in this type of gaming, in this type of industry, with the way the current things are going. Like, damn, what a great game. Like, I cannot get enough of, like, just doing standoffs and just facing off against an untold amount of enemies that I don't even know, like, where they're hiding behind the next corner or such. Like, all I know is that I am ready, and I just want to kick their ass. And just, like, I know I have all these other gadgets to use, but even then, I still, like, just want to mainly deal with the sword to combat. And it just feels so rewarding. But, oh, let me tell you, there are moments where I feel like I'm recreating scenes from samurai movies where I'm using every gadget to at my expense just to try and fight for survival. Especially when I'm also trying to use that feature where you can use your resolve to get right back up after dying. I was like, oh my gosh, how badass your character becomes like once you get to end game upgrades. Like, wow, what a game! It just that's and that's number four. I think, um, but then again, I play plenty of other games where I'm just like having such a great time. So, but number four would be Ghost of Tsushima. So if you haven't played it before, and you still got if you're on PS4, then you should still be able to play it. But either way, if you haven't played it yet and you are only playing like multiplayer and such, do yourself a goddamn favor and play this game because it is such a great time.
You can get on PS5 too if you have that.
Yeah,
They have like a
exactly.
PS5 update for you.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's why. That's a great convincing to do right there. You gotta play that game. It's amazing.
Yeah, it actually just came. Well, I don't know about just came, but I just noticed it. Like it came to Steam because it wasn't on. It used to not be on Steam.
No, I didn't.
So,
I believe.
yeah, because it was PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, because my brother, like, not overly long ago, he said it was like his birthday, and he was talking about Ghost of Tsushima, and I was like, "All right, I'll get that for you," because he plays on the computer as well, and yeah, I couldn't. Long story short, because I was like, "Where the fuck is this game?" And then, yeah, naturally couldn't get it. But I got it for him this year for his birthday because it was there, so that was good.
It's oh man. If you ever get to playing it, you have to like tell us your adventures. Game's freaking insane.
Yes.
Let me ask you: is it kind of like will I like it? Because I feel like I wouldn't like Dark Souls, having never played Dark Souls, but I know the type of game it is.
It's leagues easier than Dark Souls is.
Yeah,
League's easier. Okay, that makes sense. Hell yeah.
especially how much stronger you get at the end.
Okay,
That and the
that's
shit.
good to know.
You got so much. The customization is also pretty damn great. Like I'm not saying like oh it's better because customization, but it helps. But more like because I know there's customization in Dark Souls anyways, but it's just that you can have such a great time with it, and I don't know. It just feels like you're going on a journey yourself. Like you just get so in tune with experiencing the journey with your character, and just like going through all these mini stories he's doing himself. It's just so good.
I got you. That's good.
Yeah, but
It's something like that. It's like I'm not the type of guy that likes to go out and like try to get all the trophies, try to, do all the side stuff, get all the achievements. I'm not that type of guy, but I wanted to do that in this game because I just wanted to keep on exploring, keep on doing more stuff because just how close that I got into the game.
same. Like I could do single player games. I could platinum them like whenever I can because like oh okay that's their length. I could do that, but obviously this game is like pretty dang big. But it's like I don't care. Like I want to complete all the trophies because it means experiencing all the game, and I do plan on doing a new game plus playthrough later on this year, and just because I want to see what more I could unlock in customization, and just because I want to see what else, see how I do compared to when I first started as just like a genuine weak samurai.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my number four.
All right. Am I good to go with my number 3?
I believe so. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So my number 3. Just want to make sure. Yep, this is correct. My number 3. Okay. This game is a game you guys probably have not heard of. It's called Champions of Norrath. Realms of EverQuest. I think it's called EverQuest, something like that. Um, basically, it's like a dungeon crawler, like an old dungeon crawler. Like it's an isometric, like from the top up kind of game. You kind of play through different like levels. The whole premise of the game is like there's goblins and orcs, like they united, and now they're like attacking like the Elven Kingdom, and you kind of have to help. So you get to make a character. You can decide if they're like a barbarian, like a sword fighter, or if they use magic or if they use the bow. Just random. It's very simple gameplay. It's just, oh, go through this area, kill your enemies, get their shit, sell the shit, get more shit. Like level up so that you can kill stronger enemies, and But it's just nice. I don't know. It's like playing games that are simple. It's just it's a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing to it, but it's got that old charm about it. And I'm a sucker for like the fantasy settings to begin with. So I don't know. I played it when I was a kid back in the day, and there's probably a bit of like a nostalgia factor. I used to play it when I was a kid, but by used to play it, what I mean is I would make a character alongside my friend. I played it once. We made a character, and I made like you can choose like there's different like races and stuff. I made a dark elf. I was like, hell yeah. And then like we didn't really do a whole lot. I think we may have played through like the first part of the level, but then we had to go because it was only for a brief part of the morning. So yeah, I think to be honest with you, I played it for like a week and then I didn't go back to it. But it was a very good week of gaming. I was very happy playing it. So yeah, I would and I went ahead and gave that like an 8.4 out of 10. It was solid. It was fun.
Nice. Any favorite
Yeah,
memory with
nice and
it?
simple, but yeah.
That's good. That's good. As long as you're not frustrated with it, that's always good.
No, although it is hard because it's obviously I think generally speaking, older games tend to be harder as long as it's not a Dark Souls type game, as I mentioned. Uh, but yeah, it is hard, but it's fun. It's the fun kind of hard. Don't
Got
take
you.
that out of context.
Ladies.
Oh, nah, I get what you mean. That's always good.
But yeah, what's your number 3, Mason?
I like that segue. My number 3 is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Oh,
Just take this with a grain of salt because Dragon Ball Z is one of my favorite anime. And, I love all things Dragon Ball. Let's see, what did I write about the like the combat's fun, graphics are really beautiful. They have like little side stories and shit that you can go on and like alternate ending type stuff events. Like there's like a ton of stuff that's even and for me, I am terrible at fighting games. Like I had my friend back in, like junior high school. His name is Diedrich. He he would kick the shit out of me when we play like Mortal Kombat and shit. There's this one time. This is how bad I am at fighting games. Me and my friend at the time, Damon, were playing up against him, and he was so much better. Like he wasn't even looking at the screen; he was looking up, like the reflection of the fan
what the hell?
that was swirling above, and he still beat our ass.
Damn.
Jeez.
Like I am that fucking terrible at fighting games that I don't even remember getting down to half health, and he beat my ass. But I still loved Dragon
Just
Ball.
fucking outclassed.
Yeah, in every way, shape, or form. Oh man, yeah, it's just. And also, I'm just a big Dragon Ball fan, so I'm gonna love anything Dragon Ball.
Fair enough.
As you should.
I ranked it a 7 out of 10, one above Marvel Rivals.
All right.
Nice.
That's interesting. What do you think is? I mean, do you think the main thing? Because I don't imagine you, like you said, you're not like big on fighting games per se. Like, do you think the difference, like the selling point for you, is just that it's Dragon Ball and that's all there is to it, or do you think that it's like got some oomph to it?
Oh, it's definitely that there's some move to it. Like the fighting is fun. It's difficult, but I believe they released like an update to like make shit a little bit easier for like the people who aren't really that good at fighting games and stuff like that.
Right.
But like the combat's really fun. It's an enjoyable game. Like it's a fun game.
I feel you.
It's not just the Dragon Ball fan in me breaking it higher.
Right. All right. I was just curious because yeah, I don't like fighting games either, but I enjoy like the old Mortal Kombat's.
Man, I enjoy fighting games, but oh my god, I will always get my ass kicked no matter what difficulty I'm playing on. It's like, what's even the
Yeah.
point? Unless it's a beat 'em up, then we're talking a different story. Then I can feel like I'm doing okay.
Yeah, beat 'em ups. I agree. I can do okay in beat 'em ups, but fighting games, I just don't like learning them. It's my thing.
Shit, if you're telling me. I mean, try to play between Dead or Alive, freaking, well, just any SNK game, Mortal Kombat, all just any of them, and they're like all their schemes are a bit different, or they got some kind of gimmick with them that sometimes you just like sort of hate more than you thought was neat at the time.
Mm.
Yeah, I get it. Am I good to mention my number three or not yet?
Oh, of course, buddy.
All right, just making sure. Okay, so for my number three, man, that's honestly like I feel like all the most of these are like, oh, well, these are all like sort of my favorites. Like they're like so close to be just either being eight, nines, or tens, and that's it. Like there's no way either of them can be lower than any of that. And even then, it's like tough to like decide between them. And I think only the years would probably be to differentiate them. But anyways, number three would be Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Mm.
God, I I needed this game like so much. Like to play this entry, ah, it was. I was like, fuck, I need to play like a Ratchet and Clank game. The movie one was fun, but at the same time, I was just thinking, you know what? Like, shit, this is just trying to force itself to fit into the movie story that it can't really expand on its own. That and I feel like there's some character assassination where Ratchet and Clank aren't like all buddy buddy like they should be. Which makes me sad. I'm like, these guys should be like tight as hell, but and show a lot of their growth together. But this the game doesn't really that game doesn't really do it justice. This one does, and it's you could tell like oh they've been on plenty of adventures so far, and that this time like Clank is trying to do something sweet for Ratchet, where he wants to see all the other Lombaxes again, and that has its of course has its dangers. Where now we got time rifts across the galaxy, and that's the pretty much like the beginning of the story. I mean, the pretty much like the base of the story, and it's just a fun time overall. It was fun making use of the time mechanic. It was fun like trying to see the different universes, especially the references to other Sucker Punch games. And wait, no, Naughty Dog. Fuck, matter the same thing. Hold on, I just gotta make sure because sometimes that it's that kind of stuff that trips me out. Like which one is which company?
I feel like it was Naughty Dog, no?
It's Insomniac.
Insomniac.
Oh,
There we go.
that
Fuck.
checks out. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
them.
because they make references to other people, and I'm just like, wait, they did those games too? Like it gets confusing. So sorry, folks, I'm a fake fan, I guess. But anyways, this fake fan loves this game very much, especially when I was like making references to Sly Cooper and so on and so forth, but even Crash as well. Like it, I'm not saying like, oh, I love that just because of the references, but also because like it just had fun with its concept. Like I was saying, oh, you know what, we could have fun with this kind of thing. And plus, of course, the weapons do not fucking disappoint. If you want to play a game where you're having fun with the weapons, always play a Ratchet and Clank game because they're always either ridiculous, badass, or a whole mix of both. Never like not always saying like they'll never be lacking, but sometimes you know it's like, oh, okay, this one is just made to just destroy everything in this path, and it is just a bunch of fun that makes you feel like a badass. And the story I feel like was just fun, just a lot of fun. And this time it was like fun to for Ratchet and Clank
to fight alongside their alternate selves, which Rivets and I forgot the other one's name, but I feel they added a fun dynamic, and I just love this game. Though I will say that I have one minor complaint, and I feel like this was also my complaint when it came to Spider-Man 2, was that I do feel like Spider-Man was sort of like a bit pushed aside for Miles. So like for this game, I felt Ratchet had a bit less, in quotes, screen time compared to
Mhm.
Rivets. So that's my minor complaint. I was like, okay, I get it. We gotta make room for the newbie, but man, you just feel it overall. Where I'm like, shit, like I sort of miss Ratchet and Clank working together. And once it's finally time, you only get like some time in before. All right, that's it. No more time together. The story's over. You beat in it. Hooray!
Mhm.
And that's where I'm like, well, damn, that's a bummer. That's ass. Not, but again, I love this game. I would definitely recommend it to anyone that's like want to play a Ratchet and Clank game. I would not play the damn movie game. It's, I mean, unless you want easy platinum, sure, why not? But this game, it just you feel a lot more of the soul and heart of Ratchet and Clank and the series overall. It's so fun. So yeah, that's my number three. Were you about to say something, Mason? Like ask a question? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I just want to say I was looking up Ratchet and Clank, and I found out there's a game called Going Commando, and I find that very funny.
Oh yeah, they have their cheesy humor. Like you got Up Your Arsenal or Size Matters.
Hell yeah.
Brother.
I like it. Yeah, the Ratchet and Clank games they've always been fun.
They're just something special. They'll always have that special place in my heart of games growing up. Oh man, Going Commando, that game was just so much fun, especially when you get the moments where you have Clank turn into a mega robot and have kaiju battles. Like that shit was freaking kick ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just couldn't get enough of it. Just cannot get enough of it. I don't want to get
And I don't want to get enough of it.
yeah, like I don't want to reach that limit of getting enough. Like I never let me reach my point of the limits. Like I just want more. So yeah,
Can't say I blame you.
so that's my number three.
For sure. For sure.
Oh yeah,
Then I guess I shall
continue.
give my number two.
Yes, sir.
You guys want to take a guess what it is?
Fallout One.
Nope. You, Mason?
Uh, let's see. What's a funny game? Uh, what's that? What's Honey Pop?
What?
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 I don't
What's
think
that?
I don't think that's him.
Uh, if you don't know, don't look it up.
Oh dear lord. Yeah, don't. I forgot, thankfully. So yeah, don't need to do that to yourself.
All right. Anyway, assuming that's probably a dirty game or something.
I forgot, so I can't tell you.
Anyway, so I I'm surprised you guys didn't guess it. It's Ark. It's Ark, guys.
Fucking
It's
hell.
Of course it's Ark.
That's not your favorite game. That's an addiction.
I talk about all the time. See, because like I always come back to it. I'll take like hiatuses and then I'll come back to it and stuff. I was actually playing it like recently. I was thinking like I want to try to play this in a way that makes more sense because you can change different like sliders and stuff. Like you can make the game. There's all kinds of aspects about it you can change. Like even down to like, let's say you hate playing at nighttime in the game, you can change it so like your night cycles are like 30 seconds. So it'll just like the sun will set and then you'll just see the moon go like, meow, like across the sky. Um, you know, there's all these things you can change. I was trying to make it like more, I I want to say like forgiving with your time, but also more like challenging and realistic to a degree. I want the dinosaurs to feel like dinosaurs. I don't want to go and like, bitch slap like all of them. But yeah, anyway. So there was just like this period of time where I was feeling like, I don't know, not bad, but like, just And it's a really good comfort game for me. I think it checks all the boxes. I think that I like dinosaurs. Who the fuck doesn't? You know. Um, Everyone likes dinosaurs when they're a kid. Anyway, I still like them. I still think they're cool. But like dinosaurs are cool. It is what it is. I like survival type games. I like building shelters. I like kind of building up. I like all that stuff. It's fun for me.
Of course.
Like what I really enjoyed was I was trying to do that 100-day challenge. You guys remember when I was streaming that?
Fuck, man, that
And,
was painful.
Yeah, I was sad, man, when I died. It is what it is. But it was just so much fun though, because I was sitting there like, oh, I can do this, and I really believe that I could have. I don't know, but it's a game that I come back to. Although these days, to be truthful, I think I like the idea of Ark more than I actually like the game itself. I think I'd like to play it with friends. I think at some point in the future I want to like stream it, but have it like open for everybody to come play and just goof off, and do whatever. I think you could do a lot of fun community goals on it, shit like that.
I can't wait for them to finally release that game.
They fucking they never are, Mason. What they're gonna do is or what they did do. They released Ark Survival Ascended. The real version of the game. Yeah, it's dumb. It's some shit. But anyway, yeah, it was Ark. I had fun. I always have fun playing Ark. But yeah, 8.5 out of 10 for me.
Very nice.
Mason.
That means it's my turn. And my number 2 is for the next one. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Hell
Really?
yeah. Fuck yes, dude. This game was incredible. Like I said, with one of the things I liked about actually no, not one of the things. The only thing I liked about Dragon Age was the graphics. This game had that and then some. This game was gorgeous. The combat is always incredibly fun in these games, especially these remakes. The story, obviously, it's great. It's one of the most, if not the most beloved game in the entire franchise, Final Fantasy VII. It's so much fun to play. You can spend hours just wondering about doing absolutely fucking nothing. It's fantastic. I ranked it an 8 out of 10. It did get knocked 2 points, and it's open world. And while normally that's not it's not usually a bad thing, but it has been recently. With this one, I feel like it is sort of. They obviously do have to make it open world with how the game goes, but there's so much stuff that they added that it just ruined it for me. Really, this game could have been like a 9 or even a 10 out of 10, but there was some side quests that just like you had to do it to progress like a certain part. I think like you had to actually do these side quests in order to get some other shit. But it was so just like grating. It felt like there was like these little like side quest mini games that you had to do, and it was just brutal. Like they were either really boring or like a couple of them would be unnecessarily difficult, or it's just some mixture of bullshit that just felt like it was too much that they did not need to add. Like if they did not have those in the game would be leagues better. And it's just like that knocked it down just enough to not be at the number 1 spot.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just some of the open world stuff is just not good. And I hope they alter that when they release the 3rd.
Damn. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, it's all good. I still had a great time. You know, it has my favorite Final Fantasy character of all time in it. You know,
Daddy.
no,
No,
no, no,
just straight up no.
no. It has. I got to see Vincent Valentine in this game, and that just, oh, I was unbelievably happy.
Oh, you're a Vincent
I
Valentine fan.
love my number one favorite character. He's so fucking cool.
All right,
His solo game, Dirge of Cerberus, was the first Final Fantasy game that I ever played and actually beat.
I see.
I love that fucking game.
Good shit. Good shit.
Yes. If there's no questions, Alex, my brother, it is time for your number two, baby.
All right. Before we get to number two, huh? Wow.
Uh-huh.
Okay, wait. You know what? Yeah, before we
Yeah.
get started on my number two, we're gonna take a momentary break. When really that's just a little. Actually, yeah, this is gonna be the end of part one of the episode. Where, well, not really. It's more like gotta continue the next part of the episode since well we reached the limitation of my freaking of the PS5 recording. But God, that's what we gotta work with. But actually, yeah, we'll do our number ones in the next part. Okay, my number two is Fear the Spotlight. Hey, you don't know what that is? It's like the first game published by Blumhouse Games, and they're made by Cozy Game Pals. I believe that's what uh, the company title is called. But yeah, Fear the Spotlight is an indie game where it has PS1 style graphics, and it's pretty much like a horror game, of course, that you may say Fear, and it's a very cool horror game. Like I enjoyed it. It's a bit of a cozy horror game because like it's not like you necessarily like die crazy deaths, but I'm okay with that. I don't. It's not always needed for like very brutal deaths and horror games, at least for me. But still, I felt a whole lot of intensity whenever like walking throughout the dark hallways of the school. Okay, I'll get a bit to the premise of the story soon. But you know where in most games you got to like run away from the shadows or try to get into lighter areas in order to feel more safe. No, you got to avoid the spotlight, and so that's what makes use of it. It makes use of you hiding underneath objects and such to try to avoid getting burnt by the sun, the spotlight, and also avoiding an entity that's trying to like find and kill you. And the premise of the story is where you're playing a girl who is wanting to impress another girl by showing up at school to do a séance with her to try to contact the other world, or just talk to the spirit pain, the spirit plane, or whichever one of those Waynes. But of course, things go south, and now you gotta like find the girl you got a crush on, and while also trying to make sure you don't forget die, learn more about the history of the school through notes that you find throughout the place, and also just try to do your best to stay out of the spotlight. And it's the puzzle solving is not bad, so you can also have a great time and not feel like you're gonna have a major headache. Except for this one puzzle that you gotta feel like you gotta be an electrician to figure out a bit pretty fast, which I am not. So that took me almost 10 minutes to figure out. But yeah, that's my number two entry.
Hell yeah.
I I've looked it up and I do remember this game. I didn't play it myself, but I watched it playthrough of it. And it was really cool. I can define that shit.
Yeah,
This game is really really cool.
it's so good, so good.
Yeah, it seemed fun.
Oh, trust me, if you ever play it, highly recommend it, man. Highly recommend to like check it out. All right, we're gonna end the video here. If you're watching on YouTube and I eventually move it to audio, that would be a miracle. But okay, and the part one. Now we'll be moving on part two very soon.